सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। 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 ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। We will chant 5, 6 and 7. अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन्मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः। यं यं वापि स्मरन् भावं त्यजत्यन्ते कलेवरं तं तमेवैति कौन्तेय सदा तद्भावभावितः। तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु माम् अनुस्मरयुध्य च मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिः मामेवैष्यस्य संशयम्। Antakale, at the time of death, those people, mameva smaran, remembering me, kalevaram muktva, leaving the body. The one who leaves the body, remembering me at the time of death, what happens to them? Sa madbhavam yati, they attain to me. Nastyatra samshayaha, there is no doubt about it. But there is a law, Arjuna. At the time of death, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram. At the time of death, whatever a person thinks, that last thought determines his future birth. But can we choose this last thought? So Bhagavan indicates it is not possible. Sada tad bhava bhavitaha. His last thought will depend upon what kind of thoughts he has been entertaining throughout his life. So whatever thoughts we entertain throughout our life, helplessly we will be thinking such thoughts only. Sada tad bhava bhavitaha. A person gets totally transformed, becomes that, whatever he thinks day and night. So therefore, last minute thinking of God is not possible if this person has never thought about God, remembered God throughout his life. So therefore, what is the indication? Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara. While performing your duties and responsibilities, while remaining in the world, let one part of the mind constantly remember the Lord. This practice, this abhyasa has to be cultivated. Then, mayarpita manobuddhihi, remembering the Lord, loving Him, valuing Him, giving Him the importance. With the mind you love God, with intellect you value God. Mayarpita manobuddhihi mameva eshyasi asamshyam. There is no doubt such a person attains me. How this person attains me? Verse number 8. Abhyasa yoga yuktena cetasa nanya-gamina paramam purusham divyam yati parthanu chintayan abhyasa yoga yuktena cetasa nanya-gamina paramam purusham divyam yati parthanu chintayan. Yes. Paramam purusham divyam. Paramam divyam purusham yati. Such a person yati attains. Whom? Paramam purusham, that supreme being who is divyam, divine. He attains to that being. But what is the homework to be done? Abhyasa yoga yuktena. This is number one. He has to do abhyasam. Cetasa, the mind, which is habituated, abhyasa. Abhyasa yoga it is called. Abhyasa yoga means what? Repeated practice, repeated practice, repeated practice. So the mind is habituated to thinking God. A habit has been formed, a samskara has been formed, a deep-rooted samskara because of repeated practice. Cetasa na anya-gamina. Anya-gamina means what? Not going anywhere else. So, single pointedness, concentrated mind. How is this mind able to concentrate without going anywhere else, without deviating from the goal? It is because of abhyasa, practice. So, anuchintayan, there is another term also, anuchintayan. Anuchintayan. Anu means followed by. Meditating on God followed by. What do you mean followed by? So Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Shastra Acharya Upadeshan Anudhyayan. Followed by what? Followed by Shastra. Then Acharya Upadeshan. So this person is first exposed to the knowledge of the scriptures. Otherwise nobody will know all this. He is exposed to the knowledge of the scriptures through a teacher. That is called as Anu. Now he is very clear the purpose of life. He has done Shravanam and Mananam, and with Abhyasa, Nididhyasanam also. So such a prepared mind we are talking of. A mind which is exposed to the knowledge, a mind which has reflected upon the truth, a mind which is free from all doubts, a mind which is now, through regular practice, now that mind is single-pointedly meditating upon God. Such a training has been given. Such a person, at the time of death, what should he think? Verse number 9 and 10. This is the way a person must die. Verse 9 and 10 is a verse on death. How beautifully he dies, focusing upon God, his mind riveted upon God. Kavim Puranamanushasitaram Anoraniyam Samanusmaredyaha Sarvasya Dhataramachintya Rupam Adityavarnam Tamasaf Parastat Prayanakale Manasachalena Bhaktya Yukto Yoga Balena Chaiva Bhruvor Madhye Pranamavishya Samyak Satam Param Purushamupaiti Divyam Kavim Puranamanushasitaram Anoraniyam Samanusmaredyaha Sarvasya Dhataramachintya Rupam Adityavarnam Tamasaf Parastat Prayanakale Manasachalena Bhaktya Yukto Yoga Balena Chaiva Bhruvor Madhye Pranamavishya Samyak Satam Param Purushamupaiti Divyam. Yes. So here is a person who is going to die. Prayana Kale. Prayanam means what? Leaving from this body. So at this time of death, now this person has understood, now within few moments I am going to leave the body. Intuitively he comes to know. Any devotee will come to know. When the time comes, he knows, yes, now the time is up. I should call my near and dear ones and tell last tata bye-bye. He comes to know. Very many devotees have done. That is the greatness of Bhagavan. He says, now your term is over. Tell everyone one last farewell and then I am going to take you. Intuitively that person knows. If he is a devotee. A person who is extroverted, licentious, he will never know. A person who is tuned to his Creator, he will know. So just like, the mother along with the child, they are going to leave one house. So what does the mother say? Now tell everyone tata, tata, you tell. Isn't it? Somebody's house they have gone, mother and the child. So after spending them time, so when they are leaving, what does the mother tell the child? Now tell Tata to everyone. That time is given. In the same way, Bhagavan is our true mother and father. So when the time is come, so Bhagavan gives us that time. Now the time is up. Tell everyone, Tata. So the point is this: a devotee comes to know when he's going to leave the body. At that time, what does he do? Now, this devotee is fixing his mind upon the Lord. What is his understanding about the Lord? That is what is mentioned in verse number 9. His understanding about who that Bhagavan is. His understanding is not that there is no God, I don't know who that God is, where that God is. No, it's very clear. That clarity, his understanding is described in verse number 9. Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Anoraniyamsam Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam Adityavarnam Tamasaha Parastat. Some few pointers are given upon which he meditates. Anusmaret yaha. Yaha anusmaret. He is remembering. He is meditating. So now, one by one, we will see these terms. Kavim. Kavi means what? Generally the translation is poet. But actually the meaning of Kavi is not poet. It is Sarvajna. All-knowing. Kavi means Sarvajna. All-knowing. So that Lord, who is Sarvajna, he knows everything about me, about everything. Kavim. There is somebody in me who knows everything about me, which even I myself don't know about me. You see, when we are in the waking state, we think we know everything. Actually, we don't know anything. Who prepares the dream world for us when we go to sleep? So all those samskaras which I gathered during the waking state, my suppressions, my repressions, very many desires I don't express, because in the society it is not considered to be good. So then I have a lot of suppressions. These suppressions even I don't know myself, but there is somebody who knows it, who is knowing it. And thus, when I go to sleep, that somebody creates a dream world for me. So that all these suppressions and repressions can be released. A dream world is created so that I can fulfill my suppressed desire in that dream world. But to create that dream world, somebody should be there who knows everything, isn't it? That Lord, that is called as Kavi, who knows everything about me, my vasanas, my inclinations, my tendencies, my desires, and accordingly the one who creates the whole world around us. Ya esha supteshu jagarti kamam kamam purusho nirmimana. Kavim, all-knowing. Puranam. Puranam means what? Ancient. That Lord who has ever been there with me in my different manifestations. Millions and billions of births I have taken, He has been there with me. In my plant life, He was there. In my insect life, He was there. In my animal life, He was there. And today, very many human births have been passed. Now also He is there. Puranam, ancient. Anushasitaram. He has been a great disciplinarian. Anushasana means discipline. The whole world is functioning under His discipline. Nobody dares to transcend Him. Such a Lord is there, present. Out of His will, everything is happening. Anushasitaram. Where does He get the right to discipline us? the one who loves us has the right to discipline us. This is the law. You have the right to discipline only when you love. Parents have the right to discipline the children because they love the children. Those parents who don't love their children, they have no right to beat the children. You see, there is a law. The government has the right to discipline us. Why? Because the government is taking care of us. The first step is taking care. Then comes discipline. The government takes care of us by giving us schools and hospitals and all facilities. And therefore, such a government has a right to punish us, discipline us. So the first aspect is love. Because God loves us infinitely, He has a right to punish us intensely when we misbehave. So Anushasitaram. Now this devotee knows everything. Whenever I have forgotten God, deviated from His laws, misbehaved, I have been punished. He knows it. The intensity of punishment depends on intensity of, crime which I do. Intensity of disobedience. Anushasitaram. And who is this God? Anoraniyamsam. Subtler than the subtlest. That pure consciousness is the subtlest. What is the grossest? Earth is the grossest because Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, all these things are there. One step subtler, which is the one? Water, because Gandha is not there. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa. One step even subtler. Which one? Fire. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa. One step subtler. Air. Only Shabda, Sparsha. Even one step. Space. Only Shabda is there. Even one step. Mind. It is in the mind that even space is experienced. So mind is subtler than space. One more step subtler. Intellect you may say. One more step subtler. You can say, we can go on, Karana, Sharira and all that. The subtlest thing is consciousness. So that is the meaning, Anoraniyamsam, subtler than the subtlest. That is why meditating upon God is difficult, because it is subtle. Unless you have a subtle mind, you will not be able to meditate upon subtle consciousness. The qualification to meditate upon God is a subtle mind, a pure mind. Anoraniyamsam. Then, Sarvasya Dhataram. Dhata, supporter, upon which everything exists. It is this consciousness upon which the whole world is existing. The world exists in the mind. Mind is nothing but thoughts. Thoughts exist in consciousness. So therefore, the support of everything is consciousness. Sarvasya Dhataram. Achintya Rupam. You cannot think of it. Why you cannot think of it? Because it cannot become the object. Why it cannot become the object? Because it is a very subject. It is a very I. That which is a subject cannot become the object. The camera with which you shoot the film, that camera will not be seen in the film because it is a subject. In the same way, the I, the pure consciousness, it is Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam. It is of the nature of light of sun, brilliant, bright, like the light of sun. So, in the light of sun we see everything in the world. In the same way, in the light of consciousness, we are conscious of everything. We are conscious of sound. We are conscious of taste. We are conscious of smell. We are conscious of color, form. We are conscious of our thoughts. We are conscious of all our emotions. That light of consciousness, in the light of which we are conscious, that is God. Aditya Varnam tamasaf parastat, which is even beyond tamas. When you close your eyes, what do you see? You see darkness. What is that light which illumines that darkness? That is called tamasaha param. It is this light of consciousness because of which you are conscious of even darkness. The external light cannot illumine darkness. You can't see darkness with external light. But then how are you seeing darkness? Darkness is seen by a special light. And what is that light? Light of consciousness. This consciousness is that Lord which we are explaining here. So this he meditates, pays attention to. Prayana kale, at the time, manasa achalena, achalena manasa, not chalam, not fickle, not deviating, distracted, but focused. Bhaktya yukta, full of devotion for that Lord, reverence for that Lord, respect for that Lord, adoration for that Lord. So his heart is filled with love for God. Yoga balena. Yoga bala means what? By the strength of yoga. This yoga bala is nothing but abhyasa bala. Where do you get this strength? This strength comes from repeated practice. Throughout his life he has been practicing. Therefore that constant practice has given him a strength. That strength to fix the mind upon the Lord in spite of all the bodily inconveniences. At the time of death, it is very painful. What did I say last time? Prana prayana samaye kafavata pittehi kantha avarodhana vidhau. That's a moment when you are dying. Kapha, vata, pitta, lot of inconvenience is there. But because of his yoga bala, he is still able to hold on to that God. He is not distracted by the physical pain. Yoga balena bhruvor madhye pranam aveshya samyak. Samyak, very well. Pranam aveshya. By infusing prana there, rather paying attention. That's the meaning. Prana means literally your entire energy. Prana Shakti. Where? Bhruvor madhye, at the center of the eyebrow. A person who is a regular meditator, either his attention will go at the center of the eyebrow or in the heart space. These are the two options. When emotions are playing, attention goes to the heart. When logic is intense, the attention goes to the center of the eyebrow. This automatically happens. So, at the time of death, his attention is upon the center of the eyebrow. Mind is firmly holding on to God. And this firm holding on is because of his repeated practice for so many years. Then what happened? Sa tam param purusham upayati. And then he leaves the body. So while leaving the body, what is his only thought? Thought of God. So what should happen to him? Satam param purusham upayati. He attains that state. What is that state? Divyam, divine. Not earthly, but divine. Not that of prakriti, but that of purusha. Not that of matter, but that of consciousness. He becomes one with the infinite, immortal consciousness. Right. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.